YouTube.com/Tim Westwood TV. Yo, Tim Westwood TV up here with my man Carns Hill. What up, fam?
What's going on, G?
Thanks for passing through. I appreciate that. You know, obviously the situation, he's got that brand new mixtape.
Yeah,
as,
man.
You know, as one of the major producers in the game, you know, we want to hear about it.
Yes, I got my mixtape just put out January 29th for my birthday. That's Family First. That's like involving everyone that I've worked with in the whole industry. Like everyone that I kind of met along my path coming up, the people that are around me, and just like it's a general kind of like end of a chapter kind of thing. Like, come to this point, here's the people that I've, we're still here, still together throughout my journey, and I appreciate everyone that has helped me get to this point. Kind of CD to show like, yeah, we're still together, we're still here.
Exactly.
Nothing's changed.
So it was kind of like a defining moment of where you are at the moment.
Yeah, kind of. Like, it's a mixture of like people I've worked from the very beginning to people I've worked with recently, maybe like the last couple of months, but it's kind of like had a good interaction and connection with them.
So 22 joints deep, definitely a labour of love, man.
Yeah, man. Do you know, I know it sounds like a lot of work, but it was kind of put together like along 2 years. It was situations where like I'm at just tracks where they might have not gone or not matched a certain mixtape, but they were good tracks. But they never actually went on this vibe of the actual project I was putting out. So I've always held and always thought like, right, this is kind of needs to be done properly. And within that time of collecting tracks, I think from the beginning of this time last year, I kind of thought, you know what, I'm going to release something called Family First. I got all these tracks. I was going through my computer, I was thinking, like, this is crazy, this can't just go to waste. So I thought, and this is everyone I've worked with. That tracks we might have just done, and that they might have taken one track, I might have taken one track, and I might have a third track there, and no one's used. And like it's a banger, but it just wasn't like the time to put it on a certain project.
So these are ones you just kept in the stash?
Yeah, I just had in the stash. I still got a lot in the stash.
Okay.
But these are kind of like the ones that I kind of gel together the best and stuff.
So you got a home studio?
Yeah.
And is that where you voice the artists as well?
Yeah, I voice everyone myself and stuff. I don't really send out beats. I know a lot of people hit me up and shout with that, oh, send me beats and everything, but like I think music has to be like the producer and the artist there to get a proper blend, and because I work in a situation where like I might start a melody and then like a rapper or a singer might put a verse on there, then after I put the verse on there, then after I might put some drums on there. And after put some drums in, and they might put like a hook, and then I might change it all around or start again. Like there's more diversity when you kind of work that way, instead of just sending the beats to someone and what they do is what they do. Like when you hear my music, you'll have certain drops or certain that it impacts more because I've worked around the actual lyrics and vocals because we're all there together working. So I tried to not get into the whole thing of sending beats.
Yeah. And do you so you write with the artist, and do you find the artist writes with you as well?
Yeah, fully, because they'll be there like, I might start something, they'll be like, they might like it and something, I might like say, okay, this don't really go, I'm not really feeling this part of the beat, what do you think of this? They'll be like, oh, this is cold, what do you think of this? And it's a building process where it's not a thing I've just sent off a beat and they write to it, they put it out. There's a thing that they could go away with this project and know that this song is something different. Like, we've created actual music, I've not just quickly made something and just jumped on my laptop and spat on it. Like I was there with the whole process of the making of it, and it just comes out different. And I think that's what's kind of separating me from everyone else.
And what equipment have you got, man?
I use Cubase, man. I'm still on Cubase.
Cubase,
yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
I've been using that for years. Yeah, keyboards, everything. I've just got a normal home studio.
Yeah, and a little booth as well.
Yeah, it's got the Soul soundproof little mic stand.
Perfect.
Everything, man. You don't need much, everyone's
you really don't, man.
Yeah.
Trust me,
times have changed, man.
It's all about the creativity, man.
Yeah,
ain't about the expense.
Yeah, I've gone to university, I studied mastering and this type of stuff. It's just kind of, if it's music is something you believe in, then you think you need to be the best at it, innit? So I went and educated myself so I can sit down and do something from my house that sounds like it's in like a 10 grand studio, because I know exactly what I'm doing, and it's what people new producers coming up, obviously, like if you've got that sound and you feel you're going somewhere, then take that time out to educate yourself with how frequencies work, how sounds, mastering, mixing, just the whole process of everything to take yourself to that next level, because you need to do it.
So when you build a track, what do you build first?
I like to start with melody still. Like, it has to sound something. Drums is the last thing I do.
Is that right?
Yeah. First thing is this melody, and just making it sound different and weird before I put a drum in it. That's literally the last thing. They might even record a whole track, and like you got the bars, lyrics, everything's there, just apart from there's no drums. And I'll do that at the very, very end, because I take that.
So melody comes first?
Yeah, melody, hi-hats, kicks, whatever, and then I'll just literally stop it there until there's lyrics there or something, because I feel like it's not a full beat without everything there. So lyrics, then I'll put the drums on.
Yeah. Now you've worked a lot with 6-7. You're working with like the young 6-7 now, the youngers, man. Like, do you give them a particular style?
No, do you know what it is with the whole thing, with the whole working with the youngers and stuff, is that they're just the youth. They bring the whole style, the generation. It's more when they come to me, I'll sit back and kind of work with them. Like, I'll start a melody, like, what do you think of that? It's kind of your thing, but yeah, no, whatever. Same thing when me and R6 made the whole Red Rum thing. We were just there chilling. I was like, what do you think of this? We had a completely different beat, and I was like, oh, you're going in. I was like, do you know what, I'm not gonna lie, your bars are going in more than a beat. I'm gonna change a couple of things up and stuff. I was like, what do you reckon of this? And he's like, no, do you know what it is, that it makes it different, like, it's kind of there now. And that's when we kind of sat down and...
So kind of just work together to see what, get everyone on the same page,
just so everyone's happy, man. That's the thing, because you don't want to put something out there and someone's not happy. So if you put something out there and everyone's happy and it's successful, then that's just like how I like to work. Just everyone just on good terms.
And you can just write just melodies from the jump, man. You just knock them out like that.
Yeah, I've been doing this for years, man. It's just, I just more kind of work off the vibes of like whoever I'm working with, kind of like what they kind of want to go to and whatnot. If you hear the stuff I just make by myself, you just think, what the hell is this? Because I just kind of go out there sometimes.
You go out there.
Yeah.
Now, with how's the business end? So if you're obviously working with people regarded as family, like 6-7, how does the business side work? And then what about if like some MC that you don't know come to you, some rapper come to you wanting a beat? How does the business side works?
The whole business side, just keep it all family and stuff, man. Just share everything equally, distribute it out, comes in. I don't really work with outsiders and stuff. If I do, then obviously I'll just get my manager or them not to sort that stuff out and the whole terms of business. But the way I like to work is I like to make sure that everyone kind of, before we set off on anything, I like to make sure the business is first. So I'll be like, all right, this is what we're getting, this is what we're doing, are you happy, are you sure? This is like, I let everyone know exactly what's going on. So I say like, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna put this out, 50-50, put it here, we're gonna do this and do this. Is this exactly what you're doing? You're happy with this, then we can continue working. If you're not, you want to think about it, come back to me, negotiate, then you can. Because I feel like business needs to be sorted out first before anything moves. Because I've seen a lot of situations where the business is not done and something pops off and then people are like, oh, well, I'm not really sure if you really deserve this, and oh, I'm not sure, and I did more of this, and everyone likes me more in the song, I deserve more. And eventually, if it's set down from day dot stone, then there is no confusions when you're at B. If it's done at A, then when you're at B, there is no confusion. Everyone knows you're going to be, if you're, whatever you feel differently, whatever, then you know when that journey's finished, when you go negotiate again, be like, all right, cool, this is what happened, I'm in a situation, I think I deserve more now because this is more happening and I feel like this, and then go on from there. And that's how I like to work, but I like to make sure at the very beginning that things are sorted and we know exactly what the cuts are and what we're doing before we go anywhere.
Now, you did a lot with Blade Brown in those early days.
Yeah, that's my brother, man.
Yeah. I mean, he has some serious tapes out there.
Yeah,
serious
crazy
tapes, to this day, crazy tapes.
Classics, man. All
classics, man. And like, still see the caps, still see the t-shirts, people are still repping.
Yeah, definitely, man. BXB, that's a crazy brand. I just, like, every day I phone him, I'll be like, Rob, give me a job. Give me something cool. You get me? Just have a little joke in that, like, because how big it's gone, like, it's crazy, man. If you literally sit down and we see someone in Manchester, America, there's something with BXB, and we're like, look where this started from and look where it is now, like, this is crazy. Like,
any plans for another project with that?
yeah, he's got, I've been working, in fact, I think after here I'm meant to go and link him, because he's working on his new project, BXB. I think he might, maybe, I shouldn't be saying, he might change it to Bags and What's This For, but I think right now the current name is just BXB. Just been working, he's got crazy tracks for that, just waiting to get everything perfect. I just want to change a couple of beats I got there. We've got a couple of mad things together, and that's going to be mad this year. I know
that's
it's
going to be a
come
big
out.
one. That's going to shut down summer.
Yeah, that's going to be. If do you know what it is, I don't know Blade to drop in summer, so it might be like maybe like a December, November kind of thing.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. If you clock like all these release dates, it's always like a March or it's either like the beginning or the end. It's never in the middle.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone should release in the middle because everyone's like on holiday, wherever gone and all that stuff. It don't really make sense.
Yo, man, he's on that slow motion, man. Do you know what I mean? But like classic project, man. And like, what's the young 6-7 sounding like, man?
Yeah, they got a mixtape called Kyle and Kende. That's coming out. Should be really soon, maybe April. It's got 1 or 2 tracks to finish. That just sounds different. That they've really kind of pushed me out of my element to kind of like take it down to that generation, because you have to remember I have to kind of flex to what they're doing, and I'm not gonna lie, the production has made me mate for that. Like, I'm kind of proud of myself and look back and think, shit, like you still got it, where you can still kind of adjust to it and we'll make something different and adjust to these new type of sounds and stuff that you're hearing.
Oh wow! What other projects are in the pipeline?
I got Son of Donovan. That's from Poppy. That's his second mixtape. First he had 3 lines. He's got his first single's coming out of that from, that's called Never Forget Where You Came From. It's going to be on SBTV. I think his single's coming out on the 3rd of the 3rd March as well. That produced majority of it with some other co-producers because kind of wanted to get like a different type of sound. But even with that, I think when that drops, that's going to be crazy. Like the stuff I've done on there, and the bars and the lyrics that he's come with, he's completely up the whole levels. Like, that's something.
Wow, man, sounds like it's going to be a good year, man. Sounds like it's going to be a good year, man. You did the 6-7 Waps joint, which is crazy.
Yeah, man.
Came back with a banger, which I'm glad. Real glad.
Yeah, man,
that Waps is sounding good in the club and everything.
Yeah, do you know what it is? When I think there's just like a certain magic when Monkey just starts a track. It's just, I don't know, like, even with the whole Wax thing, he just phoned me one day, he just said, yeah, yo, been chilling, it's time, you know, start the computer up. I'm like, yo, I think he just woke me up. I'm like, yo, what are you talking about? What's going on? So yeah, I'm coming to studio now. So what's happening? So yeah, I got to go in, I got some lyrics. You got a beat there for me? Just me, yeah. Do you know what? I'll jump. I think there's something there. You came, you heard it, yeah, this is the one. Spat the 12, bruv. I think I'll probably say that for the whole day, just his first 12 before Dimsy and LD jumped in it. Like, you just killed it, and then Dimsy heard it, LD heard it, like, fucking hell, this is mad. I wasn't even there when they actually done their parts. I think I actually had to go to do something, and I came back to the studio and I saw them, and I heard it, and I was like, fam, this is mad. This is mad. And I think after that, I touched up a couple of things on the beat. I made both the intros like more kind of like a, because I kind of wanted it to be like, because I knew that they haven't released nothing in time, I kind of wanted it to be like a, kind of like a booming, like,
yeah, for real.
like the back, like boom, it's loud in your face. So I kind of took all the like, I kind of simplified that to the very simplest, the beginning, just to have the melody and just going boom, boom. And like, when I did that and I played it back to them, we're like, Rev, this is it. You know what I mean? And
Smashed
from
it.
there, from there, it's just been doing numbers and stuff, man.
How would you just, like, what would you call this, like, the current instrumentals which are hot at the moment? People are making the beats. I mean, would you just describe that as the UK drill sound?
Right now,
I think it's,
do you know, I've seen a lot, there's new sounds that I'm hearing, and I think it's so sick because I think every kind of generation that comes in always brings a new sound and a new like level to what, because it's like they're hearing what that old generation has done and have come back and interpreted it in their own way. And it's just, I just think that's always kind of like the best sound in this it's kind of like a level up to what's going on. So where you had the Afro beats and stuff, like now you've got the kind of like Afro kind of trap beats and stuff. You hear abracadabra and stuff on it. Like, that just sounds. I never used to like Afro beats, but the new stuff that's coming out, the whole Addison Lee and everything else, I'm like, fuck, this shit's going in. And then with the whole, back in the day, you had the whole trap, just the main trap style. Now they got the whole drill. The younger lot have come in and you just hear it, and it just in the clubs when you're there, like everyone's just going crazy. You can just hear the energy and the booming, and like it's just it's proper, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, crazy times right now. Crazy times. Well, I wish you well. Keep the juice in.
Yeah, man.
Keep with the family.
Thanks, man.
You know.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah,
you know
man.
you're a legend in this, man. I used to listen to you from when I was a kid, man.
Because you weren't listening in jail. Anyway, Tim Westwood TV, we up in here, fam. Let's go. Thanks for coming in, man.
Perfect,
Thanks,
man.
man.